afternoon. Today we're going to be discussing incorporation, which is one of the hardest topics with the AP government. The College Board website actually has a great paper that they offer on it under the AP government section that we definitely recommend. First, we need to go through the history of incorporation. So the creators of the Constitution had to formulate a structure in which states would give up power to the federal government because the Articles of Confederation were too weak. And so what we needed was for the states to give up some power to have a stronger central government and have a federal government where states and the national government share power. So the solution, because the anti-federalists distrusted the Constitution as is, was to have the Bill of Rights. And so, one of the first cases that ever brought up the incorporation of a Bill of Rights into the states was Barron versus Baltimore in 1833. John Barron claimed his Fifth Amendment rights had been violated by the city, or the state, because they had been doing construction in and around the wharf, which changed the wharf so he could not make any money. It became too shallow for ships to dock. So this deprived him of his personal property without the due process of law. However, John Marshall did disagree with that. He said the federal government did not do this. It was the state government. It was the city government that deprived you of personal property. And so therefore it does not apply. So therefore we have the precedent of the Bill of Rights not being upheld in the court of law by the states. As in, the states do not have to, or at this point in time, the federal government is not going to proceed in equally giving these rights within the state as well. So for many years, the Barron's case made it clear that the Bill of Rights is a federal guarantee. However, it's not a state one. And so then we have the Civil War. And after the Civil War, we had the southern states that definitely showed a disinterest an inability to protect individual rights, to make sure that everybody was going to be treated equally, i.e., freed slaves. Okay? So the federal government responds with the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendment. It was designed to provide a set of federal rights that individuals could assert against state governments. So therefore, we now have a recasting of states' rights and federalism, and we have more national or federal rights. The 14th Amendment says that all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. This is called the Equal Protection Clause. The Due Process Clause of the 14th Amendment says no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law. So it opens the door for these two phrases, equal protection and due process. So this is incorporation. It's to apply certain rights, like those in the Bill of Rights, to the states, saying that states cannot take away these rights in the Bill of Rights. Freedom of speech, freedom of right to counsel, etc., without going through the due process of law in doing so. So here we have some rights that are incorporated and are not incorporated. I do want to make a note that the Third Amendment is only incorporated in certain states in New England. I believe it is Connecticut, Vermont, and New York. Here is a great acronym. RASDTEPS. R, Religion, Assembly, Speech, Press, Petition. A, Arms. S, Soldier Quartering. S, Search and Seizure, the Privacy Amendment. D, Double Jeopardy, Due Process, Eminent Domain, and you don't have to testify against yourself, rights of the accused. A, Attorney in fair and speedy trial. T, Trial by jury. E, Excessive bail. P, People's rights. And S, States' rights. For you to memorize the Bill of Rights. There have been some changes, and it was just in 2010 that the Second Amendment was actually incorporated because there was a handgun ban in Chicago, and the federal courts decided that that was actually against the Second Amendment, and the state cannot take away the Second Amendment without the due process of law. And here are some court cases that you need to know for this course and also for the AP exam.